Hi, it's Dallas from Influential here. I'm going to talk to you now about creating a social sales process. We want our sales process to be highly personalized, to really feel like a genuine interaction with the customer and to respect them as an individual. And yet we want to be able to scale it so that we can grow our business and to offer more value to more people. To do this, we take the best of what we understand about marketing to individuals, as well as sort of more traditional marketing processes, which have perfected the art of scaling transactional buying processes. So let's take a look at how we can do this. If you've been around sales and marketing for a while, you will have seen the traditional sales process, often referred to as a sales funnel for obvious reasons. So in a sales funnel, the idea is to have a lot of people coming in the top. The more the better, really. And these are people we suspect will be our customers. So we know roughly what our customers look like, the kind of people who are going to buy our products. And at the top of the sales funnel is all the people that we can reach out to who we suspect might be the right market for us. As we go down the funnel, we're forming deeper and deeper relationships with them, and they are more and more willing to buy our product. The relationship aspect isn't emphasized so much in the traditional sales funnel. It's all about moving them down toward the transaction. So once they further into our sales funnel, they become prospective customers, and then they become leads, and then sales leads when they're really getting into the sales process and having sales conversations, and ultimately they become customers. Now, there's a lot of different words for the different stages in these, but the general concept is starting at the beginning with people you don't really know much about, as many as possible, and then as you go down the funnel, fewer of them stay in because they drop out because they're not good customers, or they're not interested in the product, or they're not qualified, and then ultimately they buy our product. So this is sort of an industrial sales process. It's almost like a mill for customers, and it lets us scale our business and transactions. So we want to learn something from this because we want to be able to scale our business. The output of this is revenue, which obviously we want. Now, if we want to build a more social and personal sales funnel, I think we need to start by not calling the people at the top of the funnel suspects. I'm sure you've been in sales funnels or people's sales processes, and you really felt like you were an object, or like it was you needed a shower afterward. We want our sales process to feel personal, that people are just having an interaction with us, but it's one that we can scale as well. So how can we build a more social and more personal sales process? We can do it by basing it on the customer journey. That's the steps the customer goes through on their way to purchasing our product. And we want to scale the personal connection. The output of our social sales funnel will be revenue and relationships, not just revenue. Now, when I talk about the social sales process, I'm going to refer to three characteristics of each step. To help us understand what's going on, what the customer's going through, what we need to be doing, how we know what step we're up to. And this is based on these three aspects of branding and value delivery: relevance, difference, and substance. Now, I go into this in a lot more detail in the brand value video, but I'm going to pivot a little bit on these words and use slightly different words for it. So these three words, relevance, difference, and substance, is how our clients assess our brand's value. They want our product to be relevant to them, or they're not interested. They want it to be different, or otherwise they can just go and buy it somewhere else. And they need it to have substance. Otherwise it seems risky, or like there's not real value there. Now, the three very similar words I'm going to use in this presentation are context, contrast, and concrete. And if we just go back to the previous slide, you can see that these are basically the same meaning. So relevance is context, difference is contrast, and substance is concrete. So concrete means real, having substance. So these are the three things people are looking for when they buy. That's how they assess value, and it's how their brain actually processes, yes, this is something I want, which I go into in much more detail in other videos. So let's look at the social sales process, and for each step we'll look at the contrast, context and concreteness of it, and what criteria we're looking for to make sure that we've fulfilled that step of the social sales process. So the first step that people need to go through to buy a high value product or service from us is they need to know us. And the context of this is generally in search. They're looking for a product or service. The contrast or the difference, the thing that makes that the way we know that they know us is they're aware of us. That's the difference that occurs when they know us. And the concrete aspect, the thing that we're going to build to deliver this, is our profile. The next step is they need to like us. Now, obviously, we want people to like us on a personal level, but this is more than that. What we're really looking for is alignment, and this occurs in a social context. And the concrete thing that we're going to build there is a platform that lets us express our personality. The third step is trust, and this occurs with sharing. People start to share when they trust, and when you share value with someone, they tend to trust you more. The value we're really interested in sharing is our expert insights, our expert understanding of their unique situation. Once they sort of accept this expert insight, then they'll recognize our authority as an expert. And the way we do this is to publish our insights and our understanding of their situation. So this might be writing frequently asked questions on our website, it might be blogging, it might be writing a book or doing tutorial videos or being interviewed on a radio program about the customer situation. The next step is that they need to try our product or service. So when we're selling something that's very expensive or very complex, people can't just walk in and buy it off the shelf. They need to check that it's for them. They need to understand all the details. Often they'll want a free sample or to do a trial version or have an initial consultation if it's a service to sort of see that they like working with you. So they really need to get their hands onto the product or to experience it in some way so they can confirm that it's what they're looking for. So this requires they take action, and the context really is shopping. People want to be able to shop for what they want. They want to be able to walk in somewhere or look online or look in the phone book and say, look, there's 3 different lawyers there, or there's 5 different products that look right. Which one's right for me? And to pick them up and compare them. And literally picking things up or experiencing them in other ways greatly increases the chance that then they'll go on to take the next step, which is to buy the product. So if people walk into an Apple store and they pick up an iPhone versus if they just go in and look, the chances of them going on to buy are much higher if they pick it up. So that's the try step. And the way we let people experience our high value products or services, which they might not be willing to buy off the shelf, is by having smaller products that they can experience. So that's our product ecosystem. They get to go in and shop for these little things that they can get some quick results from and confirm, yes, I like what I'm seeing here. I'm willing to go to the next step and buy your high value product. So the final step is buy. And the context here is that you're solving the client's problem. And what we need to get to really is an agreement that you're going to work together. So that will take the form of a contract or a proposal or a purchase document. There's a transaction that takes place. And the concrete component, what you're delivering here, is you're delivering on the promise that you've made at the beginning that you're going to solve their problem. So that will take a different form in every business. Often this will be done through a proprietary process, or perhaps on an online platform, or maybe it is just a product or a packaged service. So there's lots of different ways this can appear, but the key is that you're delivering on a promise that you've made at the beginning of the marketing campaign. This is doing more than a normal product can, and we'll go into more detail on that in other modules. And the outcome of this process, as I said, is revenue and relationship. So it's more than just transactional, it's relationship building, and that's really important to build our brand, which again I'll cover in more detail later. So our social sales process supports the customer journey, and this creates a foundation for us to build our online profile or marketing process and our product ecosystem. Thanks, that's the end of this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.